Hello, JoeHart here. Um, JoeHart here, person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. It's Wednesday, May 17th at 6:20 in the morning here in New England. Um, I'm mostly covering I want to cover the Amelia Romagna GP situation. The weather is rather bad there. It's been rather bad for the last couple of weeks, and there's been 3 deaths, and countless hundreds of people stranded and hundreds of cars. The entire car is underwater, and so there hundreds, and so there's much going on, and often motorsports and NASCAR and Formula One and IndyCar, they think, you know, you know, the almighty dollar. We must show the show must go on, and I'm not. I mean, I love NASCAR, Indy. I love Formula One, and I've really missed it the last 2 weeks. So I was really excited about this weekend coming and starting, and that there's a triple header. That there's different definitions for triple header, but Formula One, it roughly means that there's 3 races in 3 successive weekends. I think is successive the right word. So there was that, but so I'm really excited. But I'm a tree hugger and I'm empathetic, and I think safety is number one. So I think it would be, I think the most obvious and reasonable and moral and ethical decision is to cancel the Emilia Romagna GP. It's at the, and I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the name, but it's Autodromo Imola or Imola. It's spelled Imola, and I'm sure that's an Italian word because it's in Italy. So I don't know if it's Imola or Imola. I apologize for that. That's also the town where the track is. So I'm still learning about Emilia Romagna. It's a region, and it does cover certain boundaries and stuff. And there's I'm still learning about it. But there seems to be many. I don't think they have counties, but many cities, and like 20, 40, 50 cities in this area. So it's a pretty extensive area. But they've had a lot of rain. So anyway, in where the track is, it's 6 hours ahead of me, and so it's just afternoon. It's 12:23 p.m. I think that's very late in the day, and I think Wednesday is the day. I think anyway, this is also a triple header for a slightly different definition. This weekend, Formula One, I mean, if the event happens, Formula One, Formula 2, and Formula 3 all happen this weekend. And like I said, there's a triple header of 3 successive weekends, but that's true for all 3 weekends. It's Formula 1, Formula 2, Formula 3 for all 3 weekends. That's pretty rare. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but Formula 1 has 23 races. Formula 2 has 14 races, I think. And Formula 3, I think, is 9 races. So it's, they're, 9 races is 1/3 of the time. I mean, that's, so it's weird that 3 weeks in a row, there's all 3. So anyway, I think fairly recently, I thought Formula 2 and Formula 3 would have sessions on Thursday. Especially because it's a triple header. It has all 3 of them in it. And I'm sorry I used the word triple header for 2 different definitions, but they both happen to apply this weekend if it goes on. So anyway, Thursday is I searched this morning, and both Formula 2 and Formula 3 start on Friday. So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday sessions for all 3 series. Ooh, that's a tight schedule. And I printed it up and looked at it. And I mean, I printed it up and I haven't done my deep dive into it yet. So, but yeah, it's anyway. I think today's the day that they need to make a final decision and announcement. That's my personal opinion. I think tomorrow is too late. I mean, many teams are already, I mean, I'm sure all of the teams are near the region, because of COVID or whatever. And, they probably want to get there prettier. I mean, the previous race was 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks prior to it. So, why not get there a week early, get used to the time, everything. I'm sure there's, and, Alpine, of course, there was rumors that Alpine's team needed to relocate from their hotel in Imola. I think it's Imola, because of the pending flooding and stuff. And, they Alpine immediately, needed to, respond to that and say, it is not our team. Our team is, at another location. And that's where the engineers, the important people, they said 2 individuals of our team were at this hotel that was relocated. And, I get upset about everything and I'm a stickler for everything. But, I mean, does it really matter that whether it's 2 Alpine employees or if it's, I don't know their number, let's just say 100 Alpine employees. Does it really matter if 2 were relocated or 100? Does it really matter? They were relocated. That's what happened. The hotels in Imola were relocated. It doesn't matter how many there are. That's an unsafe situation. You're bringing teams in, you're bringing fans in, you're bringing VIPs, you're bringing a lot of people in. And like I said, I think Tuesday was kind of a time to make the announcement, but I think today is the day. And, there's, I'll probably look through my Twitters and stuff with you. And, now I am generally pretty good about my information. I generally try to quote the right people, and I've either pre-vetted or I vet on the fly, or, I'm usually pretty good with my resources. Now, I think for this situation, this is my opinion, but for this situation, I think it's okay to expand the circle a little more to a little possibly less, extremely reliable. This can be some hearsay, or not hearsay, but I think it's okay to expand it a little bit, and it's tough. The Twitter and the internet and online is challenging these days. There is a huge percentage of the world and humans and Twitter that have to make fun of everything and have to be sarcastic about everything and have to show funny memes and think they're so hilarious and stuff. And I don't like sarcasm, and that's a whole different topic, but I mean, it's, it comes from the Greek word cutting of the flesh. I mean, I think that's what sarcasm is. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's humorous and stuff, but I don't think any of that's humorous. My only point is, if you search through Twitter fairly quickly, and not everybody has, I'm OCD. It takes me 2 hours to search something or research something. Instead of y'all take 10 minutes. But most people don't have 2 hours to vet it completely and, all that kind of stuff. So I think it's okay to expand. I forgot what I was just saying there, but I think it's okay to expand a little bit on the resources and stuff, just to get, again, not hearsay, just a little, but that's what I was saying, is that, if you research Emilia Magna, the hashtag, if you research that hashtag, hashtag Emilia Romagna GP on Twitter, probably half of the pictures are fake. They're just extreme flooding somewhere. It might be extreme flooding in Italy, but it doesn't have to be. It's just extreme flooding, and it says, "Oh, this is FIA or Formula One getting ready for the weekend." And they're trying to be funny, and humor, I guess, has its place. I'm an intense person. I'm not a big fan of it, but especially not that. Let the seriousness of the situation be the flow of information, not. So anyway, I still, even though I expanded the circle, I didn't want to get any of the fake memes or fake pictures, or I want to get, I guess Formula One's paddock looks okay, but the supporting series, Formula 2, Formula 3, and then I think there's a what's it called? I'm going to just check here real quick. Oh, shit. Porsche. There's a Porsche series. Anyway, all the supporting series, their paddocks are doing very poorly. And again, I want the actual pictures. Now, a couple of nights ago, I think on Tuesday, the entire circuit of Imola, the Autodromo Imola, was evacuated. They told everybody they must leave, and everybody and their sister thinks they're the exception. So I'm sure not everybody left, but that was supposed to be everybody, employees and managers and teams and drivers assistants and social media. Everybody was supposed to leave the circuit, and then they also sternly, I'm paraphrasing, there'll be a tweet that I go over, but they sternly highly encourage people not to show up on Wednesday. Again, there's exceptions to every rule in the book, and of all worlds, Formula One thinks they're the exceptions of anything. No parking, yeah, they can park there, that kind of stuff. So there's going to be people there on Wednesday, but they're saying don't show up on Wednesday. So anyway, this is kind of the day to make the announcement. I don't know. Anyway, let's get to some of the tweets. I did do some I did a quick search and for the weather, and I got 4 tabs open up that we can go over too. But I guess I'd like to do the tweets the most. Let's see here. So I'm doing a couple of Nightbots. I'm off screen right now. I don't know why I picked that because I'm not going to remember that, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so yeah, what do you think ought to happen about the Formula One race? Cancel, postpone, just go on and happen? Let me know what you think. So yeah, Twitch, welcome. It's good to have you. Feel free to make any comments or anything if you have an opinion or if you have some information. So yeah, let's go to share screen, the Twitter. And then let me go, I guess I'll get rid of those. Let's see here. Nope. And that's the only ticker I've ever done, and I really like it. But I would like to adventure out and try a new one. And it's just a trial run, but agenda free TV is one of the things I'm striving toward. I'd like to be like him, be more like him with notifications and his presentation and his layout and things like that. I'm way far away from his layout, but I understand tickers, or I kind of do. So I might. It's scary, but I might venture out to a test ticker today about Amelia. Let me see. Create a banner. Scroll across the bottom. Magna. Maybe disrupted. Of the severe weather recently in the region. I could do 1,000 characters. Okay, maybe disrupted because this fair weather region and the continued swelling of flooding near and at the circuit Autodromo, Imola, and Imola Valley. covering pending breaking news announcements. Hopefully in this day. Add banner. Holy moly! I just did it. So, holy moly. I was just talking to myself and reading it while I was filling out, but I will read it again once it gets to the beginning. So this is the beginning. Hashtag Emilia Romagna GP may be disrupted because of the severe weather recently in the region and the continued swelling of flooding near and at the circuit. Hashtag Autodromo Emilia in Imola, Italy, covering pending breaking news announcements. Hopefully Wednesday, May 17, 2023, today. Testing my second new ticker, JoeHart, PwD's. So, okay. So, I guess I'll leave me on screen just in case people want to see me and stuff. And that does block a little bit, but I'll leave it there. But I'm going to go off screen. So you'll be able to see me because I'll leave me on the screen, but I'm going to go off screen so I can read my Twitter. So as of right now, I can't see your comments, and I can't see you entering the next video. But anyway, so these are in no particular order. I haven't gone through them. I'm just going down my timeline. So, and like I said, I've expanded my, you know, as far as having super reliable resources or sources that I usually am very meticulous about. I think it's okay to expand it on this situation because it's a for whatever reason. So anyway, so this is Bryson Sullivan or at Natural Paradigm. The scale of the situation unfolding in the Emilia Romagna region is difficult to convey. As of this evening, I support any decision to cancel the race, if for no other reason to allow more rescue workers to help with this terrible disaster. And I think that is the bottom line. Even if the garages and paddocks are getting drier and they could, you know, blow off. Probably not every video. Let's see how long. Oh, that's oh man, yeah, that's a long time. We'll get back. That's the schedule for North Wilkesboro, and this is a real picture. So this is fastest pit stop at fastest pit stop. Another photo of the FT, you know, Formula 2 paddock currently. F1 Imola GP. So that's real. I mean, I couldn't guess. That looks like it ranges from, I'm just guessing. I don't know. It looks like it ranges from 8 inches to 24 inches or something like that. It looks like quite a bit. Scuderia AlphaTauri at AlphaTauri F1. Unfortunately, our town of Faenza has once again experienced significant rainfall, and subsequent flooding. If anyone wishes to help those affected, you can do so by following the instructions below. So there's emergency flood relief fundraising. So there's that. And that's about Ferrari not doing a planned upgrade because of the weather. And that's north. So this is a 1, 2, 3. I'll start down here at the bottom and work up. Let's okay. Let me hold on. So these are 4 hours ago. Let me click on this to see the actual time. So this is 2:03 a.m. So that's 4 hours, 44 minutes ago. 4:44. So, and Adam Cooper is a freelance F1 journalist, first F1 race as media in 1985. Attended every GP since Japan 1994. Barcelona 2022 was my 500th GP in a row without missing one. Wow, he just must have just unlimited money. And he doesn't sound extremely humble, that's for sure. But anyway, he probably is knowledgeable. So, and, probably has connections. Because he does think he's so cool. I'm sure he is cool. I'm jealous. Don't worry. So anyway, as you can tell, it goes up. 1, 2, 3. So the one, teams and other F1 personnel told not to go to the track today due to flooding in Imola area. They already left early yesterday, so everyone is behind with garage and hospitality setup, etc. And they can't check garages today for possible issues with water. 2, the bigger picture is whether or not the race can happen at all. Thousands of people arriving in the area today and roads and bridges are closed and emergency services tied up with real world issues. A major event is an extra headache. I'm told lots of discussion this AM. And I'm going to look for those tweets. There's a couple that seem pretty informed about this discussion and who's involved and stuff. One names the 3 main people, Formula One and Emilia Magna GP, and then Italian officials or something. So I can't wait to get to that that tweet. The problem is, of course, is any decision on canceling has to be taken quickly, i.e. this AM. As always, in these cases, there will always be a debate on who pays, and there's always a chance it becomes a postponement if they can't find a new date. That is a postponement, right? And there's always a chance it becomes a postponement if they can find a new date. I don't know what that means. Of course, they're not going to just cancel the race. They're going to postpone it. Anyway, he's trying to say something. I don't know what. Hello. Hey, Ogre. Watch along. Thank you, Nightbot. You're welcome. Damn, you're busy. Whoo, you get really antsy, don't you? So I'm focused on the sad weather over in Italy and whether this Formula One race will happen at all this weekend. I believe there's pending breaking news announcement coming today, and Italy is 6 hours ahead. So it is, it's 12:50. It's 10 minutes before 1 in the afternoon. It's just, it's 50 minutes past noon. That's really late because, thousands of people are traveling today. So they need to tell them that it's canceled. I don't know why they haven't made an announcement yet. But that's what we're focused on, not on whether my Nightbots and stuff. I will probably restrict you on those Nightbots, by the way. But anyway. I mean, I guess so far you're doing okay. But I think it's always good to ask if it's okay if you do those things instead of just doing them. Dirt 636. 636. Oh, okay. Yeah, I paused that one. So Leo, hello. Here are my favorite superpowers, primary powers. How are you feeling? Hey, Joe. Yeah, I was off screen. I'm reading stuff. Watch along. Yeah, those aren't updated, but they're there. That's for last Sunday, I think. Thank you, Nightbot. And then IMSA, a lot of the things aren't updated, but IMSA, what do you think ought to happen about F1 race? Cancel. Tweet, our country is raining too. Yeah, it looks like it's all over the place. So, ouch, that itches. So I'm going to go back over to Twitter. I'm on the screen for you, but I'm off screen. You will be able to see me, but I won't be able to see your comments. I don't want to come back to 5 comments. It's not all about you and your games, and you got to chill. You got to chill. Anyway, I am now over in Twitter now. So I can't see anything. And I guess for people like you, I'd not tell you when it's anyway. So that's North Wilkesboro Speedway. That's North Wilkesboro. This is a different dog. And I'm so upset about Alpine needing to clarify this stuff. Does it really matter whether it's 2 people or anyway? Some of this is backwards, but anyway. So Thomas Mayer, who is Thomas Mayer on F1, Alpine have also clarified rumors they've been shifted from their hotel. A couple of members from the setup crew have had to move hotel in Imola due to the adverse weather. The main team, mechanics, engineers, are in a different hotel in a nearby town and not impacted. I can't believe that they need to clarify that. Who effing cares if it's 2 people or 200 people? Who cares? It was impacted. That's serious weather for them to, I keep forgetting the word, but, evacuated. They evacuated the hotel. So that's a big deal, whether it's 2 or 200. I can't believe Alpine is so menial, that they think that's important to do. I can't believe it. And there was, people were generalizing. They were saying, oh, Alpine had to move their team. And I get why they were upset, but come on. Anyway, Nate Sanders F1. Clarification here. I'm told bulk of the main team out there not affected yet, but a handful of Alpine guys have had to look for another hotel due to weather. Heard Alpine have had to leave the Imola Hotel as a precaution tonight. Don't think they're the only team. Teams media advised not to travel to paddock tomorrow as a precaution, but too early to speculate about status of race. And sorry, there's a kind of overkill on the Alpine thing here. Let me go back onto the screen, see how many 17. Tweet, our country is raining too. Okay, so I guess I ran her away because I told her to be not so many things. So, okay. So, as Nightbot says, what do you think ought to happen about F1 race? Cancel, postpone, happen. So, let me go back to Twitter. Claire Cottingham, who is _Cottingham. Alpine clarify a few weather-related rumors. Teams say a couple of members from the setup crew have moved to hotel in Imola due to the weather. The main team, including mechanics and engineers, are in a different hotel and have not been impacted. As if it matters. What are they, more important people or something? So, Dan, engine model 11, I don't know him, and some of his stuff seems to be a little less, reliable. He seems to be a little of the shock value, but anyway, it seems okay. So, Imola update, roads and bridges, and this is 5 hours ago. So let me click on this, get the actual time. 1:46. So that's a little more than 5 hours ago. 5 hours, 10 minutes. 5 hours, 10 minutes ago. So, Imola update. Roads and bridges in the area are closed. Staff told not to go to the circuit. Main paddock appears okay, but the F2 and support areas have some water. Major water. We showed it earlier. Meeting due to take place this morning to discuss the situation. Hope everyone in the area is safe. Yeah, this effing meeting, why are they taking so long? And that's a picture. I've seen multiple pictures with cars completely submerged. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess there's 4 cars there that are, I would call that completely under. Now their roof is showing, so I guess it's not completely, but I would say that's completely covered. The support area. I guess some trucks are already there. And I don't, I guess I can do translate there. Good morning. I get these images of Imola. The F1 paddock and pits are okay. The lower areas like F2 are with a lot of water. Today, staff have been prohibited from going to the circuit until they are notified. And, prohibited, there's always exceptions to every rule in Formula One of all situations. They certainly think they're the exceptions to just about everything. So they would might go anyway. So I went back, no comments and stuff. Apologies. It's been pointed out that this is actually an older image from the other week in Fienza. So, again, that's that searching too quickly. And then, this, of course, this is, I'm pretty certain this is fake. Oh, that is okay. Never mind. Exclusive pictures from this morning's meeting. Does this mean they're not coming on then? I didn't look close enough. That is a real picture of, I think, the support. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's part of the paddocks. So Nick, NH247, surely given the devastation in the area, it would be irresponsible for F1 to continue with a race weekend. Efforts should be focused on reestablishing normal life. Thoughts with those impacted by events. Ida Nider, this looks like it's done, ain't it? I haven't read this before. I guess I did. Did I like and retweet it? What happened? Let me go to the thread. Oh, okay. I was off my stream for a while. That's Idaho. This is a TSA thing. That's Idaho. Coming back to look for comments. Now I'm going to go back. So Michael Klink, which is Michael_Klink, pull it. So they ask, I guess that doesn't show but it was like, do you think the Imola Romagna GP ought to happen this weekend? So yes says 41.4%, and no says 58.6%. 29 votes, not many votes, with 7 hours left. So Nathan, who is Nathanings, I will lose all respect in the FIA and F1 if the Emilia Romagna GP goes ahead this weekend. Lives and safety are more important. Plus, what about all victims of this disaster? Time and place. Now it's not the time. Now is not the time. Cancel the race. Do the right thing. I agree. He's a little passionate. He is passionate. I don't have to say little, but he's passionate, but I agree with him. I guess I have that picture a lot. So Claire, Cottingham. The F1 paddock and pits are okay. The lower area, like F2, are with a lot of water. And in this Albert Fabresia, I wrote, same picture and I read all that. And then that's about North Wilkesboro. That canceled last night because of too much lightning in the area for the crew to drive the track. So it's postponed until tomorrow. And then this is me getting a little passionate with racefans.net. And their tweet, it says, new Emilia Romagna GP to go ahead despite warnings due to heavy rain this week. Read more. And I read it. I didn't read it by the time I posted this, but I read it, I have now completely read it. And there is no quote from there is nothing to say that it is to go ahead. There's just no information that it's been canceled. So anyway, so I'm pissed. That's false. That's false. So I say, what the F? How do you know? How does anybody know? It's too early. What the F? So I was upset. Of course. And again, there it is. So, whoopsie, sorry. So, this was something, but anyway, they're like, should it, someone wrote, and I think I have it below this, Twitter, you kind of read things in reverse, so, but I'm not going to scroll down and read up. I want to read backwards. So sorry about that. So anyway, someone said something about, F1 really needs to do the right thing. Not the one I just read, but F1 needs to do the right thing and cancel this thing. So what's all this then? Who is Jen Ryan, New York City? He says, but the VIPs. So I say, hope you're being sarcastic. Poor humor. 2 deaths, not funny, and it is now 3 deaths. And then this is a response. I hopefully I'll get to the original tweet. But yeah, this says, and it does look like it's from Farah Merck. So anyway, Bolo La Tabla, which is just LA 89. I agree. Plus, about it being canceled. I agree that it should be canceled. Plus, emergency personnel need to be focused on helping people in need in the region, not dealing with tourists, sporting fans, celebs, race cars, etc. Amen. Amen. Whoa. Anybody over here? What's going on? When will announcement come? So it's 1:05 now. I think it's going to be soon. I'm going to say 2 o'clock. Over under is 2 p.m. local. Italy. So, okay, what's going on? When will announcement come? I say the over-under is 2 p.m. local Italy, 45 minutes. It'll happen before then. What do you think? The B didn't work. Before then, what do you think? Thanks. JoeHart, PwD's. What's going on? When will announcement come? I say the over-under is 2 p.m., which is 52 minutes from now, which is 2 p.m. local Italy time, 55 minutes from now. It'll happen before then. What do you think? Thanks. Anyway. So let's see here. Let's say add to ticker. Add to ticker. Your battery is low. I'm glad I get these messages because it dies quickly. There, I'm plugged in. Emergency personnel. So I'm going to go, let's see here. What's going on? So I'm going to go off screen again. So Cyclend, I don't know how to say it. Andrea Cave Dano. It has to be canceled. It's crazy thinking to organize a so big event in an almost completely flooded region. That's just the sad truth. Lori, which is winter vivos, it's not forecast to rain at the weekend, though, or it's not forecast to rain at the weekend, though, or minimal. That's false, by the way. That's fake news. Appreciate that emergency services are probably needed in other areas, too. Sarah Benvenuto. Oh, I think this is the original. Yeah, Farah Merck. This is the original tweet that everybody was responding to. So, Sarah 44, Benvenuti, Imola, Farah Merck. In my opinion, they should cancel the Emilia-Romagna GP. The weather is not going to get better. Probably it will get worse. Cities in the central northern part of Italy are flooded, and 3 regions are involved. Mine also. Stephen Dietz, which is S. Dietz F1. The F1 staff is currently being evacuated from the track. Evacuated on Tuesday. Prohibited to arrive on Wednesday. Santero. The Santero River right next to the circuit is already flooding at a higher level than during the enormous rainfall at the beginning of May. And it will keep on raining at least 24 hours from now. And it says that was written 21 hours ago. So let me see. Let me get the exact time. I assume tweets are always given exactly the correct time. That might be a false assumption, and it's usually, if they tweeted it in Italy, it will show my time locally. So it was 10:02 a.m. yesterday. So that's a little more than 21 hours. 21 hours, 11 minutes. And those are some pictures of the river. There's 1, 2. I guess he's on a bridge in his car. That shows the Santerno River, which is right next to the Via Turo Segna, which is the off-road of the Formula One track there, I do believe. That's pretty intense. And I don't know what this is. Looks like the rain level. And I guess on May 4th and 5th, it was super high. And then on May 15th, 16th, it's high again. Anyway, I don't know what it is. Imola circuit right now. I assume this is
Regen mit kleinen prasselnden Tropfen, richtig schön dicken Tropfen, Regen, der von der Seite. Eines Tages fing es an zu regnen und es hörte 4 Monate lang nicht auf. Nicht jeden Regen gehabt, den es gibt. Regen mit kleinen prasselnden Tropfen,
I'm being distracted.
richtig schön dicken Tropfen, Regen, der von der Seite kam und manchmal sogar Regen, der von unten nach oben zu kommen schien. Und so ein Mist, es regnete sogar nachts.
So that's F1, so it's less crowded. This looks like the walkway to get to various places.
Regen mit kleinen prasselnden Tropfen, richtig schön dicken Tropfen, Regen,
that's the river that's about to overflow. These are cars driving over the bridge. I mean, I guess the bridge is right in, near the circuit.
So ein Mist, es regnete sogar nachts.
That looks like F1, and it's not as flooded. So anyway, we've gone through that a couple times.
Regen gehabt, den es gibt. Regen mit kleinen prasselnden Tropfen, richtig schön dicken Tropfen, Regen, der von
Fast pit stop 1 hour ago, which is what? 6:11, so an hour and 5 minutes ago. This is the latest picture from the track. It looks like even the TV compound of the FOM is flooded on the left, which is, Formula One Media, I think is FOM or something like that. This is where all the technology IT for the TV broadcast is located. The meeting with the authorities is currently taking place. Ahead of an official statement regarding the event, the Italian Deputy Prime Minister has called for the Grand Prix to be called off. Boy, that would be a welcome relief. Well, I did say by 2, which I'm already anxious. I think it's way late, but, I guess I've got 43 minutes, less than 43 minutes to be correct. And Giuliano Duchesta. Oh, wow. 30 minutes, 1 hour. I guess I'm going to translate. So show more. It's about finding a way that helps the territory as much as possible now, and later helps it not to lose other important income from the event. The solution may be a postponement, and I've heard that an interesting date could be August 4th through 6th after Spa, moving the FIA stop from August 7th. Formula One. I don't know. I guess that's, Imola at the moment, the meeting between the authorities is underway in which the organizers are participating. So they're making decisions about the event. Now, I don't, I guess, 1 minute. The GP is officially canceled. 7:17. The GP is officially. Hey, Sifa, how are you? Sorry, I was off screen. What is that? 7:17. 2 minutes ago, the GP was officially canceled. I took a risk. I came on. Woo. So, hey, how you doing? I'm sad. I'm crying. No, I'm happy. I'm relieved. Yeah, I'm emotional wreck. So I went to bed at a somewhat normal hour last night. I don't know when. I have no idea. 11 p.m. midnight. But I woke up at 3 and I was just stressed about this thing. I guess I need to change my now let's see here. Create a barrier banner. Woo-woo. Scroll. Emilia Romagna GP officially canceled. Holy shit. I mean, that is millions of dollars. They will never recoup, but they have to cancel. They have to. And they did. So, I mean, I'm glad they did. So, yeah, I changed that. I'll add more words to that. But, whew. Yeah, I didn't mean to say I'm sad. I am very ecstatic. I'm very happy, but I'm crying for sure. That's why I stopped talking. So Sifa says, "Hey Joe, hey Sifa, how are you?" So yeah, I woke up at 3. I was on Twitter for an hour or 2. And I was like, Joe, go live. They have to announce this. They must announce it. And I was like, they won't. And I'm like, I'm going to talk for 5 hours. And, and I was like, I'm going to stream until they announce it. And I'm like, Joe, you're going to, I was flip-flopping. I was like, of course they're going to announce it. And then I was also, Joe, you're going to stream for 5 hours and they're crickets, But today's the day. Yesterday kind of was the day. Today is definitely the day. Tomorrow's too late. People will have flown. They would have paid for their plane tickets. They would have paid for the hotels. And it's not about money. This is about safety, and this is about lives. I can't believe they considered it. Is it just flooding? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much. It's extreme flooding. They've had 3 deaths. One city in particular had 8 inches of rain in 24 hours. And of course, that's 8 inches everywhere. So it has to run off and puddle somewhere. So it pools somewhere, and there's thousands of cars completely submerged, 3 deaths. They're showing grandfathers, bringing their grandkids, wading through the water. And Formula One had the balls to think they could take the emergency staff for their celebrities instead of saving these people's lives. I can't believe it. So, yeah, I can't believe they took so long to make the announcement. Yeah, these are celebrities. These are fucking celebrities. You have cops and firemen and EMSs, and they're parking their car and lining up the event. They're just standing there. Instead of saving these people's lives. So, I'm sure I'm not making any sense. You're asking why would they do that? I think you're saying why would the emergency people do that? I'm not making sense. The event is canceled. The event is officially canceled. At least that's the information I just got. So now 100% of, well, not 100%. I'm sure there's still going to be several dozen emergency personnel at the track as they're trying to evacuate everybody from the track. The track was evacuated. Anyway, I'm all over the place. So they've done the right thing. So now all those emergency people can do their real job, do the job that they require. So anyway, I'm sorry if I confused you. I'm not really sure what you're referring to when you say, why would they do that? But I think you're saying, anyway, I was confusing. So I think you meant, why would they go, why would they be, chaperones for the celebrities at the event? That's now not going to happen. So, I jumped the gun when I saw y'all come in. Hi, Daisy. Sorry, I didn't, let me get back here. So Sifa says, hey, Joe. And True Crime and Faith Daisy says, hi there. Good morning. Thank you for stopping by. Everyone behaving in here. Hi, Daisy. And no worries. Yeah, thank you. I was off screen. Thanks. And I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to say I was sad. I'm very happy. I'm It's been weighing on me greatly that they're going to possibly keep this event going. Is it just flooding? Yeah, I mean, it's the hashtag there. Emilia Romagna is an area in Italy, and you can just do a quick search of Emilia Romagna weather or severe weather, and it'll show you pictures. I mean, you'll have hundreds of pictures that you can look at. So just flooding. I mean, to have 3 deaths, which it could be way worse than 3 deaths, but to have a death by flooding, that's pretty extreme flooding, I would say. And then, oh wow, oh my God, that's terrible. Why would they do that? So anyway, yeah, I think that's you were thinking. Yeah. Like, why would they consider still doing it if there's deaths? I don't know what took them so long. I mean, there is millions of dollars on the line, and probably $1 billion, but I don't know, but millions of dollars on the line. So I understand that they push it to the last moment. Maybe you get 8 inches of rain and then it dries up and then you can race, so it could maybe, but bridges are closed and roads are closed, they're closed. So even the celebrities can't get their Rolls Royce into the event because the roads are closed, So I understand why they pushed it to the limit, but today was the limit. I think it would have been completely appropriate to cancel it yesterday. Tomorrow, they all would have been looking for their castrated balls. I mean, they would be, if they waited until tomorrow, they would be in serious trouble, I think. So today, so anyway, I mean, the way the schedule unfolded, also, if you're not there, everybody lives in different places. That most of the teams live in London, and so they're flying to, so if you're not in Italy, you go, oh, wow, that's too bad. They have a lot of rain, or they have a lot of flooding, or, you're not there. But when you land in the airport and you can barely get out of the airport because there's so much rain, and, then you go, when you're not there, you're not as connected to it. So I think it took them a while to get connected to it. But anyway, for this week, Tuesday, golly, what is today? Today's the Thursday. And by the way, when I came back with the official information, then I saw y'all, and so I haven't re-verified. I guess I would. I guess I want another opinion. Okay, 12 minutes ago, Formula One has made the official decision, but 7:16. Okay, so that was before the announcement that I had. So 7:16. The decision has been taken not to proceed with the Grand Prix weekend in Imola, and they give 3 paragraphs of announcement. Holy shit! I mean, I guess you have to, but that seems like a lot of words. It seems like, and I might read it sometime, but it'd be nice if they would just say, let's think about the victims. Let's think about the housing that is, let's just think about the victims, And again, 3 deaths, people might not think that's tremendous. It is. It's more than 0. As far as deaths go, it's more than 0, and that's a concern for me. But again, the thousands of grandkids carried by their grandfathers through this, the grandfathers were swimming. The grandfathers couldn't walk. They weren't walking through the water. They were swimming through the water, carrying their grandkids out of their house. And you saw, I saw 6 of those pictures. So it shouldn't even be anyway. So people usually get there early. So people are already at the circuit. And so Tuesday, so this is Thursday, and it's 6 hours ahead. So it's whatever, it's 1:30. So, it's 1:30 there, I think, right? 12:30, 1:30. Yeah, so it's 1:30 in the afternoon there. I think it's really late. This is a travel day. I mean, they announced it at, 7:16, which is 1:16. People are already on the planes. they might already have arrived. They might already be paying for the hotel, and again, it's not about money, but that's certainly a consideration. If you're going to let people know, let them know on Tuesday so they don't fly. They try to get some of their money back. They hopefully have travel insurance and, whatever. Again, it's not about money, but that is considerations. So, anyway, and, if I was the one that spent $4,000 on a F1 race, I would probably think it's all about the money too, but anyway, I'm not, so I don't have to worry about it. But anyway, it's wow, I was going to do a ton this week about Formula One. I was going to do points. I was going to do the triple header as far as 3 weekends go. I was going to do the triple header as far as the 3 different series, Formula One, Formula 2, Formula 3. I was going to do all sorts this week and weekend, which thank God they canceled. But yeah, I mean, it's like, wow, now, I was so excited to have Formula One because I'm sick. I hate NASCAR, even though I keep covering it for whatever reason. So anyway, this was, can you believe that? How long I've been on for an hour and 12 minutes. An hour and 12 minutes, and they announced it 16 minutes ago. So 56 minutes. I went online 56 minutes before the event. People can be smart and they can go, I know they're going to make an announcement, but we don't really know they're going to make an announcement. But I was right. I don't have to be right, but golly, I blindly started this stream and I was going to stay on until they cancel. And anyway, it worked. So, holy moly, I can go back to bed now. Boy, I was just jacked up. Anyway, I'm all over the place. What do you think ought to happen about F1 race? Cancel, postpone, happen? I guess those are all different now, but and then I was a betting man. What's going on? When will the announcement come? I say the over-under is 2 p.m. local Italy time, which was in 55 minutes from 7:25. Oh, shit. Wait. That's a Nightbot. No. I did it before. Let me go back. What's going on? Where am I? 7:16. Oh, okay. So at 7:06. So at 7:06, I see it say this, saying I'm going to, it's going to happen within 55 minutes. Well, it happened within 10 minutes. And I was feeling it. I was like, man, why are they so late on this thing? It's a travel day that, you got to get the information out there. And someone said, now I'm all over the place, but there, someone on, anyway, I don't think I can find it like on the fly, but there was, oh, there it is. Okay. So, is that on screen? Let me see. Okay. Okay. So let me read that. I'm going to go off screen. So, just to repeat what this says, but I only care. Anyway, I'm going to jump down to the third paragraph. So it says, ahead of an official statement regarding the event, the Italian deputy prime minister has called for the Grand Prix to be called off. And it's in Italy. So, they may have the most important vote, so, and then see what time that was. That's not working. Oh, it's already on that page. Okay, sorry. So 6:11. So that was tweeted at 6:11 and the decision was at 7:16. So an hour and 5 minutes in advance They're saying, anyway, this also says the meeting with the authorities is currently taking place. So people knew something was going to happen, but it happened. I mean, thankfully. Whew, okay, I think my energy's coming down. So what's going on with y'all? I try to do a ticker. Sif, I know and Daisy and stuff and everybody. I know I talk about agenda-free TV, and I just, when I grow up, I want to be just like him. I love his notifications. I love his layout of his screen. I love everything about him. He's quirky and idiosyncratic, different than me, but similar to me. And I would love, anyway, he has a red ticker. He calls it a red ticker. So my first ticker, that's the first ticker I made, and I like it, but I'm not getting many followers, so it's not really efficient and effective and stuff. But today I was like, okay, I'm going to try to do a new ticker for this event. And I was pretty jacked up because they hadn't made the announcement yet. And so I tried another ticker. I like all these tools if I know how to use it. So this was my first attempt at a second ticker. So, it's my first writing. As I always say, I'm not a great writer, but I'm a pretty good editor. So I just, and I'm OCD, and I need perfectionism and all that stuff. So for anything to get done, I need to just write it and get it out there, and then I can edit it. So this was the first write, and I have not edited since I did it. But I'm pretty pleased with doing my first red ticker. It's not red like his, but so anyway, yeah, that's so I like it. Oh, my second ticker. Thank you. It is. Again, it was my first writing, but anyway, it says hashtag Emilia Romagna GP may be disrupted because of the severe weather recently in the region and the continued swelling of flooding near and at the circuit. Autodromo Imola in Imola, Italy. Covering pending breaking news announcements. I had nothing to base it on, but I knew it hopefully Wednesday, May 17th today. Testing my second new ticker. JoeHart PwD's. So thanks. I appreciate you saying you like it. So his, when I started typing it, I always run out of characters, always. And as I started typing this, it said 1,000 characters. I'm like, 1,000 characters. And again, agenda-free TV, he's always updating it, and he always has the current information, but it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm sure he maxes out at 1,000. So when people come in and they're like, hey, I'm joining your stream after 2 hours. Can you give me an update? And he's like, nope, I'm not going to give you an update, but you can read my red ticker. It will give you, roughly 90% of the information. So I don't cover news like he does. I wouldn't mind. And I'd like to be, he has a budget and tools and prowessness. Is that the right word? He knows how to do all that stuff. And I'm sure I could learn. But so anyway, occasionally I do these tests. Anyway, I still don't understand StreamYard. I wanted to do, you can do tests without an audience, but then you can't do comments. So then you can do a private stream, but then you can't do comments. And then if you do an unlisted stream, you can do comments, but you can't get, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find my own unlisted. I couldn't get in as a viewer because I couldn't find my own unlisted stream. I was in it, I was streaming, but I wasn't in as a viewer to work on the comments. So anyway, so I would just go live, and then people would be coming in, and I'm like, I'm just testing. Don't look at me. I'm just testing and stuff. So, and I'm usually always testing. I'm always trying to test things out. Nightbot is the coolest thing. I love it. But so okay. Golly. Let me see what else is written. Oh, okay. So I'll okay. Let's go back to Twitter. I'll read F1's. I'll read their statement. I mean, I don't want to say they're a poop, so I can read their statement. They are a poop. They definitely took took too much time. So again, this was March 17th, Wednesday at 7:16 in the morning, local time at 6 hours ahead of that. So it's 1:16 in the afternoon. 1:16. People have already traveled. It has 1.5 million views. It has 8279 retweets. It has 5664 quotes. It has 33.1 thousand likes. It has 209 bookmarks. Formula One is mighty popular. So, okay. So this is from Formula One is the name and at F1 is the handle. And it says the decision has been taken not to proceed with the Grand Prix weekend in Imola. And it's hashtag Emilia Romagna GP hashtag F1. So let me read their official statement. So it says F1 update on the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. And I haven't read this. I haven't read this at all. So this is my first time through. I hope it doesn't piss me off or anything like that. F1 update on the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix in Imola. I think it's Imola. It might be Imola, but I think it's Imola. It's Italian, if anybody knows Italian. The Formula One community wants to send its thoughts to the people and communities affected by the recent events in the Emilia Romagna region. We also want to pay tribute to the work of the emergency services who are doing everything they can to help those in need. Amen, F1. No kidding. Following discussions between Formula One, the president of the FIA, the competent authorities, including the relevant ministers, the president of the Automobile Club of Italy, the president of Emilia Romagna region, the mayor of the city and the mayor of the city of Imola, and the promoter, the decision has been taken not to proceed with the Grand Prix weekend in Imola. Let me scroll down. Where's my cursor? The decision has been taken because it is not possible to safely hold the event for our fans, the teams, and our personnel, and it is the right and responsible thing to do given the situation faced by the towns and cities in the region. It would not be right to put further pressure on the local authorities and emergency services at this difficult time. So that's a good statement. I mean, that's a good statement. I'm glad they made this statement. That's a good statement. Little late, but so F1 cancel. And they haven't picked a date yet. I mean, in reality, it's postponed. I mean, I'm sure they're going to race again. And in August, they do this. It's a mandatory. Europe calls it something strange, like gardening or anyway. Their summer vacations is called a particular thing, and they take off 4 weeks. And during the 4 weeks, you can't work. Drivers can't talk to crew chiefs. Crew chiefs can't touch the cars. The owner can't tell the driver what he wants them to do. There can't be any work going on. And so, they, of course, always scam that. Like, we can have personal dinners, can't we? They try to get around that. But I guess there was a talk that early August 5th, 6th, whatever that weekend is, might be the one they're going to pick. So, I mean, they didn't make an announcement on the dates, which we don't need a date right now. But it's not really a cancel. It's a postponement. So, I'm going to. The next race is next scheduled race is at Monaco in I always forget what the city and the state and the country is, but I think it's Monte Carlo in Monaco. That's the next race. So, these teams might up and immediately fly there and, be there. What's today? Thursday. So they'd be, not super early, but, they would be a week, 4 days early, 5 days early. But yeah, they might immediately go there, to get rest and relaxation, get away from the rain and things like that. These pictures are horrendous. These are horrendous pictures. Anyway, this is not verified, but one person says that 5 people have lost their lives. And, and I'm sure the way, my heart goes out for them and their loved ones. And, that's just horrible. And I'm sure the way flooding works, like a lot of things, they find victims later. It's not, you don't immediately have a count as soon as something happens. So that's probably why it started at 2, then 3. And then this is the first time I've seen 5. But, anyway, I'm liking and retweeting a lot of this stuff. $6:19. Oh, yeah, that is an hour early. So they do show pictures of the TV compound. Again, it's that FOM, I don't know, Formula One, I think media, but there's so many. I think foam. I think I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's called foam, FOM. I think they're the they're the mother company of all the Formula One companies, and they're the top. But anyway, it's they're showing pictures of the compound, and it's easily 2.5 to 3 feet of water. There's a couple of buildings, and the water is halfway at least up on the door. So, what some people are saying is no TV, no F1. If they can't show this broadcast, that's the way they make. They do make money by selling tickets, millions. But most of the money is made through networks, through TV. So yeah, no TV, no, Anyway, that's CCF1. Whoo. So this is I'm just scanning really quickly, but there's a lot of positive feedback about them canceling, and I see very few negative things. And certainly, I think even trolls know there's a time and place for everything. So maybe an hour from now or 2 hours from now, they can start bragging about it being canceled. But anyway, I'm sure if I scanned it for 2 hours, I'd find some negative things. Anyway, I think I'm gonna head out. I don't know if I'm gonna sleep, but I might sleep. It really was 3:00 that I was, and I don't know when I went to bed. I'm not really good at knowing those things. I think it was about 11, but then I started watching a movie or something. So I think it was in between 11 and midnight. So, to get up at 3 just wide awake, I mean, that's 3 to 4 hours sleep. That's not enough for me, for sure. So yeah. But thank you, Sifa. Thanks for coming in. And I appreciate you being here to support me, and I want to thank Daisy. She probably came and went, and that's okay, or she might still be here. But I don't break down very often, but back when Idaho 4 was pretty common and stuff, I was breaking down about once a week or more. She's asleep, which is what we ought to be, for sure. That's a good thing. Daisy, that's good. You stay asleep. Anyway, I always feel a little uncomfortable about breaking down, but I really don't. I don't need to and stuff. But anyway, I'm glad you were here, and it's good to have your support on that. And so yeah, I mean, I had a ton of ideas of what to do this weekend, or approaching the weekend. So I'll do something about Formula One, but it'll be about the weather and them canceling, and it happens. No worries. Yeah. Thank you. So anyway, okay. Yippee. Formula One has canceled the event. Good move. And that's it. So thank you very much, Sifa. Have a good day. Get some sleep, or I think you had I think I saw a notice pretty late last night. So you might not have slept yet, or you I don't know. You probably get 2 hours sleep here and there. But so yeah, you too. Take care. All right. So that's it. I'll keep saying thank you. You're welcome. No problem. So I'll keep repeating myself for 5 hours. So nope, not yet. No sleep yet. So that's 5:53. It's almost 6 o'clock there. It's almost 8 o'clock here. Yeah. So anyway, we got to take care of ourselves, for sure. Okay, Sifa, I'll see you around. Everybody else, thank you for watching. What do we got here? 1 person on Twitch and 3 people on YouTube. And so YouTubers, it's good to see you. Feel free to make comments. It's okay if you just watch, but I'd love to hear from you if you want to. So I'm going to head out. So I'm going to hit end broadcast in 3, 2, 1. And now I have to hit it again. After I do that, I'll probably spend a couple minutes. So you can still make comments after I hit end broadcast. And it ends quickly. I'll get rid of that stop screen. I have to end broadcast again. So there's the first time. So I'll start saying goodbye and waving because it ends as soon as I hit it. So I'm going to end broadcast in 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.